Hello, Austin Ridge Gators. This is Mrs. Burns. I'm going to read to you a book called Honey Cookies by Meredith Hooper. Ben was cooking with his grandma. What should we make? Asked Ben. Honey cookies, said Grandma. What do we need? Asked Ben. We need, said Grandma, a cow in a field eating fresh green grass. Munch, dribble, munch all day long. A cow, said Ben. And grass for honey cookies? Oh, yes, said Grandma. The cow turns the grass into creamy milk. The milk is shaken up and down until it turns into smooth yellow butter. And half of a cup of smooth yellow butter is exactly what we need. And now we need sugar cane, growing thick and tall in the warm, moist earth until it's way, way above my head and as thick as your wrist. Then it's crunched and cleaned and boiled until it turns into shiny little grains of white sugar. And 2/3 cup of shiny white sugar, said Grandma, is exactly what we need. Mix the butter and sugar together in a bowl until they are smooth, said Grandma. The butter should not be too hard. It should be nice and soft. What do we need to do now? Said Ben, or asked Ben. 1,000 buzzing bees, said Grandma, working all day, sucking sweet nectar from flowers, then flying back to their hives and packing the nectar into little waxy cells where it turns into runny honey. And 2 tablespoons of runny honey, said Grandma, is exactly what we need. And now we need a plucky hen, scratching around all day, pecking up seeds and worms and tiny bugs. She eats 2 handfuls of wheat, some scraps from the kitchen, and a spoonful of special food. Then every morning she lays an egg. But we don't need all the eggs, said Grandma. We just need the yellow part, the yolk. Put the runny honey into the bowl with the butter and sugar and beat it in, said Grandma. Now, here comes the tricky part, separating the egg yolk from the clear part. The white is not easy. You just have to learn by doing it. Put the egg yolk into the mixture, said Grandma, and beat it in. Now, what do we need? Asked Ben. Some dried bark from a faraway tree. Bark, said Ben. I don't want to eat bark. It's called cinnamon, and cinnamon spice is a spice, said Grandma. Honey and spice make something nice. Wait and see. The bark is ground up into brown powder, and that's exactly what we need, said Grandma. A level teaspoonful of brown, powdery cinnamon. And now we need a field of golden wheat with the stalks full of seeds ripening in the sun. The seeds are ground up to make soft white flour. And 1 3/4 cup of soft white flour, said Grandma, is exactly what we need. Put the cinnamon into the mixture, said Grandma, then add the flour little by little. But don't beat it too much. Now we've made a soft dough. Here comes the good part. Ready? Take a small piece of the dough, roll it quickly in your hands, and make a little ball. Then put it on the cookie sheet. Roll the ball in some shiny white sugar and cinnamon. You have to give each little ball a bit of space, said Grandma. Why? Asked Ben. Wait and see, said Grandma. Remember, the oven shouldn't be too hot or too cold or cool. It has to be just right to cook honey cookies. Grandma pulled on the oven mitts, put the sheet of little balls in the oven. Soon a wonderful spicy smell filled the kitchen. Let's take a peek, said Grandma. We need to see how our honey cookies are doing. The balls of dough had disappeared. They had turned into round, flat, golden brown cookies. Grandma put on her oven mitts and took the hot cookie sheet out of the oven. Let the honey cookies cool just for 1 or 2 minutes, said Grandma. My honey cookies, said Ben, have needed a cow, 1,000 bees, and a hen, a field of sugar cane, a field of wheat, and part of a tree. And we've needed the help of fresh green grass and bright colored flowers, said Grandma. And we've needed the good earth and warm sun and the rain. But Ben could not say anything. His mouth was too full of warm, yummy honey cookies. Okay, students. Now, here is the recipe for the honey cookies. The recipe is found on the last page of the book. So, for those of you who are curious about how to make honey cookies, you can check this book out at Austin Ridge Media Center. Bye for now.